Hey everyone, the holiday season is upon us, which is great. But it also means it's prime time for scams. And this year, wow, they are more convincing than ever. And it's all thanks to artificial intelligence. So, let's dive into this essential guide on how you can stay safe online, whether you're shopping for yourself or helping your parents or kids navigate their own purchases.
And it's so true. Just picture this. You're scrolling through social media, and an ad pops up. It looks legit. It's a brand you know, with a deal that seems almost too good to be true. So you click it. And just like that, you might have stepped right into a really sophisticated digital trap. And look, this isn't some rare thing that only happens to a few unlucky people. According to McAfee, nearly half of all Americans have already run into a scam that was either created or beefed up by AI. That means it's not really a question of if you'll see one, but when. And with pretty much everyone shopping online these days, the risk has just never been higher.
So, why is this time of year in particular so risky? Let's break down exactly why the holidays create what experts are calling a perfect storm for scammers.
You know, it's a pretty powerful mix for criminals. We're all rushing around, trying to find that perfect gift. We're spending more money online than usual, and we're kind of psychologically wired to jump on those limited-time deals. Scammers are counting on us being distracted. They're banking on that one moment where our guard is down.
All right, so let's take a look at the specific tools these scammers are using. To really protect yourself, you got to know what you're up against. So here are some of the most common scams making the rounds right now. The National Consumers League put together this list of the 10 biggest threats. And you can see how varied they are. It's everything from those fake discounts on things that will never show up, to fake charities trying to take advantage of our generosity, and of course, those fake package delivery notifications that I'm sure we've all gotten.
Now, you've probably heard of phishing, right? That's through email. But smishing, that's the same exact idea just through a text message. And that's the key difference. They both have the same goal, to get you to click a shady link or hand over your personal info. And the U.S. Postal Inspection Service says these attacks just explode during the holidays with all those fake delivery alerts.
And here are a couple of newer ones you absolutely need to know. Brushing and quishing. Brushing is when a package you never ordered just shows up at your door. Scammers do this so they can use your address to post a fake 5-star review for their product. But it gets even trickier with quishing. That's when the package has a QR code in it. You scan it and bam, you're on a malicious site designed to steal your data.
So just think about that for a second. Have you ever gotten a random package out of the blue? Now, legally, you get to keep it. But the real danger isn't the item itself. It's that little QR code that might be tucked inside, inviting you to scan for a special offer. Don't do it.
Gift card fraud is another huge one, especially around the holidays. And if there's one thing you remember from this, let it be this unbreakable rule. No legitimate company or government agency, not the IRS, not Apple, nobody, will ever demand you pay for something with gift cards. If someone asks you to do that, it is 100% a scam, every time. This is a big one to share with your family, especially older relatives.
Okay, so we know the classic tricks, but here's the real game changer. Let's look at how artificial intelligence has taken these old scams and made them almost impossible to spot with the naked eye.
Remember how we all learned to look for the red flags? You know, the typos, the weird grammar, the blurry logo. Well, those days are pretty much over. Generative AI can write perfect emails. It can create flawless copies of brand websites. It can even generate realistic voices. All those old warning signs, they've basically disappeared.
And this is the bottom line. What used to be these sloppy mass email attacks are now, as Jericho Security puts it, hyper-personalized and near undetectable. AI gives scammers the ability to create thousands of unique, totally convincing messages that are tailor-made to exploit our trust and that sense of holiday urgency. And the numbers really back this up. Research from McAfee shows a mind-blowing spike in these AI-powered email scams this season. We're talking an 85% jump in tech support scams and a 50% increase in fake retail emails. AI is making these attacks incredibly effective, and the criminals are scaling up big time.
It all sounds pretty daunting, I know. But here's the good news. You are not powerless here. Your best defense is knowledge. So now that we know the threat, let's pivot to the practical, real steps you can take to protect yourself and your family. Okay, so when you see one of those amazing deals, just pause for a second. First, really look at the URL. A scam site might look identical, but the web address will be just a little bit off. But you know what? The absolute safest thing you can do is to just never click the link in the ad or email. Instead, Open a new browser window and type the website address in yourself. If the deal is real, you'll find it there.
Let's build a few more layers of defense. First, always try to pay with a credit card because they have the best fraud protection. Use strong, unique passwords for all your different accounts. And please, turn on multi-factor authentication. And here's a great pro tip from the IRS. You can get something called an identity protection PIN. It's a free 6-digit code that makes it literally impossible for a scammer to file a fake tax return in your name.
This quote from the National Consumers League really just says it all, doesn't it? A scammer's biggest weapon is our own sense of urgency. Just by taking a breath, by giving yourself a few extra seconds to be skeptical, you can make all the difference in the world.
But what if it happens? What if, even with all these precautions, you think you might have fallen for a scam? Hey, it happens to the best of us. The most important thing is to act, and act fast. Let's walk through the emergency action plan.
First things first, take a deep breath, don't panic, and please don't feel embarrassed. These scammers are professionals. Their schemes are literally engineered to fool smart, careful people. The key right now is to just regain control and limit any damage.
Okay, here is your 4-step plan, right from the Federal Trade Commission. 1. Call your bank or credit card company immediately. 2. Change your passwords, starting with the one that was compromised. 3. Report the fraud to the FTC. This is so important because it helps the authorities track these criminals down. And 4. Run a full security scan on your computer and phone to make sure no nasty software was left behind.
Look, this holiday season, the best gift you can give yourself and your loved ones is security. By understanding these new threats and sharing this info with your friends, your family, your students, you can help everyone shop with more confidence. Thanks for tuning into this explainer. Be vigilant and please be safe online.